Hi, boys and girls. Today we're going to start a new unit in math. Our new unit is on non-standard units of measurement. So first, what are non-standard units of measurement? Non-standard units of measurement are things that aren't typically used to find measurement. We typically use a ruler, but when we use non-standard units of measurement, we're not using a ruler. We're using things that we normally would not use, such as a pencil, a paper clip, a toothpick, a shoe, and the list goes on. How do we find an accurate measurement if we're using a non-standard unit? When we're using a non-standard unit, there are some things we have to keep in mind. All non-standard units must be the same size. We cannot use an object that is of two different sizes. They have to be of the same size. Another thing we have to keep in mind is that all non-standard units must be aligned without spaces. The units have to be touching. There cannot be spaces in between the units that we use. And finally, the units that we use cannot overlap. So there are three things to keep in mind when we're using a non-standard unit. Those three things are: the non-standard unit must be the same size, they have to be aligned without spaces, and they cannot overlap. So let's look at some examples to get a better understanding of how we use non-standard units to find measurement. So first we have example number 1. In example number 1, we have this piece of ribbon and they use towels for their non-standard units. Is this an accurate measurement? Thinking about the three things that we just talked about, and we're looking at this example, do we have an accurate measurement? No, the blocks are not aligned and they are overlapping. So if we look, the blocks are on top of each other. We cannot get an accurate measurement if they're not side by side. We have way too many blocks. So example number 1, we do not have an accurate measurement. The blocks are not aligned and they are overlapping. Let's check out example number 2. In example number 2, we have a leaf and then we have paper clips. Is this an accurate measurement? No, the paper clips have spaces in between them. We could almost fit another paper clip inside of those spaces. So this is not an accurate measurement. We have spaces, cannot have spaces. Let's look at example number 3. Is this an accurate measurement? No, the paper clips are not the same size. If we look at the first paper clip, it's much larger than the second paper clip. So we have to remember that they have to be the same size. So for this example, we would have to either use all of the big paper clips or all small paper clips. We cannot use both. They have to be the same size. So example number 3, we also do not have an accurate measurement. What about example number 4? Is example number 4 an accurate measurement? Yes. Why is this an accurate measurement? First, we note that the objects are aligned. We also notice there are no spaces and no overlapping with our non-standard units. And we also note that all of the blocks are the same size. So example number 4, this is done the correct way. They're aligned, there are no spaces, there's no overlapping, and all of our non-standard units are the same size. This is a perfect example. So today, when you're using non-standard units of measurement, remember, all of the units must be the same size, all of the units must be aligned without spaces, and the units are not overlapping.